Information on a story that continues trending on our KMOV News app. It involves a 93-year-old woman being killed in her St. Peter's hospital room.
Yeah, and the shooter, her 94-year-old husband, he did not succeed in taking his own life. News 4's Russell Kinsall is at that hospital tonight getting answers to the question that so many of us have. Russell, how was he able to get a gun through the front doors in the first place?
Well, he probably walked in with the gun in his pocket or in a holster designed for conceal and carry. Right now, I'm outside of Barnes Jewish Hospital, St. Peter's, where the shooting took place. And this hospital, like most across the state, does not have metal detectors. A spokesman for the Missouri Hospital Association said that in a state with a conceal and carry law, there are probably people walking into hospitals carrying guns that, even though they're prohibited, with signs on the door of each hospital.
Well, I remember when we lived in the city.
That's the victim, 93-year-old Anna Bode in an interview conducted by her son, Mel Bond, who is the pastor of Agape Church in Wentzville. Robey lived with her 94-year-old husband at the Lake St. Charles Retirement Community in St. Charles. A spokesman for the Missouri Hospital Association says it doesn't come as a shock that domestic violence happened in a hospital.
What we know is that all hospitals are part of the communities they serve, and sometimes the things that happen in communities spill over into the hospital.
According to police, Robey had been in the hospital for treatment over the last several days for an undisclosed illness. Investigators say no one else was in the room shortly before 11 a.m. Sunday when her husband shot her and then himself. Barnes Jewish Hospital, St. Peter's, doesn't have metal detectors. Two BJC healthcare hospitals do have metal detectors. Barnes Jewish Hospital in the Central West End and St. Louis Children's Hospital do have metal detectors, but only in the emergency departments. 3 SSM health hospitals have metal detectors in their ER departments also. They are St. Louis University Hospital, Cardinal Glennon Hospital, and St. Mary's Hospital. Hospital officials say security is a daily concern, but hospitals should have a healing environment and not make patients and visitors feel like captives. BJC tells News 4 all their hospitals have safety measures, which include armed security officers in place to protect patients, visitors, and staff. We have clear signage at every entrance. BJC hospitals are gun-free zones. But Missouri is a conceal and carry state.
While we absolutely do not think that is a good idea, and in many cases we prohibit it, we can't always stop it. And so, it depends upon the intent of the individual.
And the individual, in this case, intent on killing his wife and then himself, her husband, was treated initially here at this hospital, then transferred to another hospital. We are not releasing his name because he has not been arrested or charged with a crime. Live in St. Peter's, Russell Kinsall, News 4.
Just a tragic story. Russell, thank you. New